Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Weeknights. I is JD, aka He Who Pods.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what I was hoping. I was hoping to get that reaction from you.
Yeah. That's
Throw
that's
you off a
you.
little bit. I is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I
Mm,
is. Glasses
right.
on today, so also rear view mirror. Vaseline on the lips, so also, man, that's some shiny ass lips. That nigga is glossy.
Well, I'm Dash, aka Dash and D, aka the real king of R&B, and I just put Vaseline on my hands, so I'm like super shiny
Holler.
too. Yeah. Cause sometimes you be thinking, ah man, the little ash is fine, we're just doing a podcast. And then that's the day you notice how much your hands go up in the middle of the podcast.
Right. That's Davey
So
looking like Ashy Larry on the pod.
right. So you just gotta make sure you plan for these things because
Right.
your hands gonna show up on the podcast.
Absolutely.
You don't even know when, but it will.
I feel the same way when I don't have my watch on, like today, because I wear my watch so much that I've got the marks. And so I'm
Mm,
like, oh no, no watch. My watch is dead. And I'm like, gotta make sure
mm.
I don't put this hand, but so far, you know,
Right, right.
because then they'll
Or
see
like,
my marks.
yeah. Or and I know this happens to me all the time, but like sometimes when when I do my hair, I can't see the back of my head, so I
Oh
don't
yeah, you'll
always know what's
turn.
yeah, I don't always know what's going on back there. So sometimes I'll see it on the pod and I'll be like, well, damn,
I understand.
life of a podcaster. Anyway,
Facts. They don't care about that.
they don't. They
Shut up
probably
and
talk
tell
their
us what's going on.
oh, yeah. Nah, one of them was probably like, I seen you a little raggedy a couple times.
I mean, I'm out here looking like, you know, I can't afford a haircut. I promise y'all I can, man. One is coming soon, but I know that's how I look right now.
Hmm.
Anyway, this isn't politics, okay?
Nope, it isn't. It isn't. Let me sip my water. I don't have any tea, but I'm gonna sip my water.
All right, so Nelly has been all over the news because Nelly
Gotta
performed
hydrate for this conversation.
because Nelly performed at inauguration at the inauguration ball, and he's received backlash, and so Nelly has some things to say.
Nelly, shut up. He's also not the only person who did. Rick Ross was a part of the festivities. Snoop
So I'm
Dogg,
about to say, right, Rick
Soulja
Ross.
Boy.
Yep, you got the list. Good
They
job.
were all a part of the festivities. Unrelated to hip hop, Gavin DeGraw was. When I tell you, I won't reveal who this is. You can guess, and we can talk about it off pod. But when I tell you that someone very close to me, someone very close to me, realized that Gavin DeGraw is the dude that sings, I don't want to be anything but a. I don't remember words. Y'all know that's a little bit too, that's a little bit too white for me. But,
I know about that.
One Tree Hill, the guy who sang the theme song
Never watched it.
for One Tree Hill, that was the theme song. Though you've heard the song, even if you haven't seen One Tree Hill, you definitely heard that song. I don't want to be anything better than what I've been trying to be lately.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
watching
Listen, white soul. But the
it.
point
What?
is, the point is, someone very close to me,
Oh shit!
I guess didn't realize that Gavin DeGraw was the person who sang that song. Once they discovered that, they were devastated that Gavin DeGraw was at the inauguration. That shit made
Ridiculous.
me laugh so hard. Anyway,
All right. Well, anyway, this is from the Guardian. It says here Nelly has defended his decision to perform at U.S. President Donald Trump's inauguration ball after a backlash. I thought it would just be backlash, but it says a backlash, saying, quote,
uh,
it's an honor for me to perform for the President of the United States, regardless of who is in office. Nah, I'm gonna skip around. I feel like there's another quote.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, all right, he says, during a live stream conversation with a fellow rapper, Willie D, on Sunday, Nelly said he was, quote, not political or, quote, trying to tell anybody who they should vote for by agreeing to perform at the Trump event. Quote, this is not me telling you, yo, you should vote for this candidate. I think you should do your homework and figure out what best helps you. Yes.
Oh, he said that in 2017, though, right?
No, this is him with Billy D recent.
Oh, I thought
Willie
that
D,
was a
excuse
20.
me.
I thought that part of it was a 2017 quote because it doesn't make sense to say that after a president has already been voted into office. You're literally going there because someone has been voted for already.
I'm just reading the quote. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Okay.
Um, this is not me telling you, yo, you should vote for this candidate. I think you should do your homework and figure out what best helps you and the people who you love and you provide for because I'm clueless on a lot of things when it's when it gets down to it, he said. Quote, but what I will say is that I respect the office. This isn't politics. The politics for me is over. Trump won. He's the president. He's the commander in chief of what I would like to say is the best country in the world. It is an honor for me to perform for the president of the United States, regardless of who is in office. Nelly said those criticizing him did not understand that he was performing out of respect for the presidency, adding, quote, if President Biden would have asked me to perform, I would have performed. If Vice President Kamala Harris would have won and asked me to perform, I would have performed. I didn't know that you was riding with me because you thought I would ride for who you voted for. I didn't know that I had to agree with your political choices. If you follow what I do, this shouldn't even be an argument. Asked if he was a Trump supporter, Nelly replied, I support the President of the United States, regardless who is in office. Regardless, I respect the office. In 2017, Nelly told Page Six that he didn't approve of Trump during his first term. Quote, you know, the thing about Donald Trump is that I liked Donald Trump. I did. I just don't like Donald Trump as my president. He said that. He said at the time. Dude is a trip. Pre-presidency, I was cool with Donald. Loved his hotels. I'm more or less mad at him because I can't stay at his hotel now. You didn't fuck that up.
Niggas.
Hey,
So,
you know what he said a long time ago.
what?
Bill Gates, Donald Trump, let me in.
Right, and there was a wave where rappers were referencing Donald Trump, but Donald Trump also wasn't in political office when they were doing that. So we're in a different space with Donald Trump at this point. His adjacent his intersection um with hip hop culture is not the same anymore. Um Before he was like this public figure, this wealthy guy who owned these cool hotels, and you know, he was, if you will, aspirational, right? Like there was no, there's a part of hip hop culture, maybe not for every artist, but there is a piece of hip hop culture that idolizes rich white men, and Donald Trump is one of those rich white men.
A lot of parts of hip hop.
I want to be I don't want to generalize, and that's why I said
I mean, we could keep it real. Hip hop loves rich white men. I mean,
I agree. I agree. So Donald Trump falls under or fell under that umbrella. Like, as I said, again, we are in a different space as Black people, Black culture, hip hop culture. There's been a shift. He's not. He's not just the real estate guy anymore. He means something different, which is why I could respect Nelly saying I liked him before, and I liked his hotels, as simple as that may sound. Um, but I don't like his politics or whatever. I can understand because we've drifted away from that era and we're in a different era. There's a different relationship between Donald Trump and Black Americans at this point. It is not the same. Um, well, I shouldn't say it's not the same. There are some people who still look at him as he's a wealthy white man, and now he's a wealthy white man in power, in the highest office in the land,
Yep.
and that means something to people also. I'm not trying to go too far down the political rabbit hole, but what's wrong with Nelly? What's like? Here's my problem with Nelly.
Okay. Let me hear it.
I just feel like some of the shit sounds ignorant. They're like
Like,
some of it sounds like an uninformed individual.
but that's my question. Nelly is not common. Nelly is not the Roots. Nelly is not Talib Kweli. Nelly is not Mos Def. Nelly is not Nas. Nelly's not J. Cole. Nelly's not Kendrick Lamar. Like, are we expecting Nelly to take a stance against something he does or does not believe in? That's my first
No,
question.
no, no.
So isn't
I
isn't isn't
think.
the onus on us for expecting more of a dude who his whole rap career told us he was about money?
Oh, let me back up. I don't expect more. I honestly don't expect more from any of the dudes that we listed
But
that
that's why.
performed at
Okay, go ahead.
these events. I think my frustration is that publicly Nelly sounds dumb. And if you understand in something, at least be informed about what you're saying. First of all, he's saying he's not politicizing it. It has nothing to do with politics. That is absolutely untrue with all the things that he has said surrounding what he did. Also, he keeps saying something about how, people in the military serve even though they don't like the president. So he
So
should be
I should
so
at
he
least be able
should
to perform
perform.
for them.
It is not your duty to perform at the inauguration. You just another you
Say it. Say it. Say it.
you just another nigga that they know needed a check and maybe a little bit more than a check.
Right.
That's it. That's it. And that's my frustration. Cause when was it Lil Wayne? I don't remember. Don't quote me on this. But I believe it was Lil Wayne who was like, he said he was gonna deal with my charge.
But he did. He got a 10-year bid taken away.
And you know what? I said, okay. And I moved on. And I didn't say anything else. But this whole, I'm a military brat and I'm this and I'm that and it's not political and like lip service as far as I'm concerned. That's why it's annoying. Because it's lip service. It's also annoying because he's not the only one. Snoop is well documented as not being a Trump supporter. Well documented. Like the videos that people pulled in the last few days of all of the stuff that Snoop has said against Donald Trump, for us to be sitting here with these same niggas that just they're like, oh my gosh, guys, why are you guys confused? Why are you guys upset? What is the problem, guys? I don't understand. It's the president of the United States. Wouldn't you do it too? No.
But see, but that's what I'm saying.
And some
Like,
of us have integrity. I know what you're saying, and I totally understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I agree with you. The simpletons are gonna be simple. That's it. That's the bottom line. That's where it starts and that's where it ends. But it's just annoying than stand in it. Then just be like, yeah, I changed my mind because it benefited me. Instead, you're walking around saying, oh my gosh, but it's such an honor to be invited. You know how many people have been invited and declined?
Right.
The way he was raised. What does the way you were raised have to do with a bigot that you want to perform for? You're literally dancing around. You don't even need the blackface. You're literally dancing around like the Sandman. Like I don't understand. Like what the? I'm sorry.
Get your shit off.
You're literally dancing for him. Literally dancing for him.
Yeah.
Talk about what an honor it is. Black people, what did he say? And this is the thing that really pissed me off. Don't tell me about what black people agreed with and didn't agree with. Nigga. Like, I don't.
I love it.
For years, black people have had to work with people they didn't
Oh, that's what he
agree
said
with.
on the
When he
yeah.
said that shit, I was like, you're not at work with coworkers you don't like. You made a choice. Like, you had a choice. You are autonomous in this situation. Nobody made you. Your boss didn't make you do it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? If you want to coon, go coon, but don't pretend that you're not doing it. I'm
And I
done.
think I think that's part of the difficulty with Snoop and Nelly. Like Rick Ross and Soldier Boy, whatever, man. Like it's disappointing, but what can you do with those two? I mean,
Checks.
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 And so, with Snoop, he did the crypto ball. Snoop is heavily in crypto. So that's people, people are giving him an out there. I feel like this is the problem today, right? Today, there's a lot of cameras and people like to say stuff on camera. And then you got to walk it back when you change your mind. And I agree with you that if you change your mind, just say you changed your mind.
Say it.
I
You
would
know
I
what?
would
I didn't
respect you
believe in his
more.
policies before, but I believe in them now. Something like whatever.
But just
What
keep
can
it
I do?
real. Yo, they offered me to help me get rid of my case. I got a pending case. They told me they would pay me and they would get rid of my case. All right, then, Nelly. Okay, no problem. You know? And Snoop, I, I know people probably not going to like what I'm about to say.
I think I know, and I think I was probably going to go there too. But go ahead.
Snoop only cares about the money, dog. Like, he don't care if the money's coming from Skechers, Martha Stewart, Food Network, ice cream, soda, Donald Trump, whatever, dog. Snoop just trying to get his paper. That's all he gives a fuck about.
I agree with that. I
I
just think
don't
the
think
weird.
I don't think today any of the men who performed in these events at these events are living and dying by fighting for the people. I mean, I don't think
No,
today any of these people we mentioned are fighting for the betterment of black people. And so that's why I gave a list, which I probably could have named more people, but what I'm saying is like these are not the rappers in the conscious community. These are not the rappers who
no.
are trying to uplift and educate our communities. So they're also not the rappers who are going to stand on principle because they don't do that. And so I think Snoop is the biggest conversation of these four, even though
Hmm.
Nelly's getting all of the news press. Because Snoop did make very specific comments, and so he looks bad. But Snoop chases the money, which is why Snoop should probably just shut the fuck up. If you're gonna chase the money, just chase the money. If you're just gonna
Right.
chase the bag, then chase the bag, dog. Nobody's mad at you. But then you can't be
Right.
calling people coons and other things that I'm not gonna repeat, and then go do the same stuff. And that's the problem.
Agreed. Like just do what you do then, and
Because
listen.
like Ross is not getting any criticism because Ross ain't say shit. And because what has Ross said his whole career? I'm getting money. I only care about
Right.
money. And Nelly has
Right.
said the same thing, but Nelly's doing press. And so that's why we're here discussing it.
Right. Nelly's doing press. Nelly wanted to double down on it. Because he was quoted saying something to the effect of, I wasn't scared of any backlash. I wasn't scared of anything anybody had to say about me doing this. All right, nigga, then come to the front of the line so we can have a conversation because again, I get it. You don't have to believe what I believe. I'm not even saying what I believe as I sit here. All I'm saying is this coming out and, oh my gosh, what are people upset about? Why are people mad at me? All I did, I'm a person of the people. It was an honor.
Come
You know
on,
why.
son.
You know why people are upset.
Where's
You
Ed
know
Lover?
why. Listen, the amount that has happened since they merely performed on Monday, the amount of things that have happened, right? Like, you know why. You know why it's so controversial. You know why people are talking about it. And no, it's not going to make me listen to an album if you put one out next month. Just
I
so
don't
you
think
know.
Nelly got any albums coming.
I don't think he does either, but I'm just saying. Because that always be the other thing, right? Right? Like they come out of nowhere. They didn't have an album coming, but they'll come out of nowhere next month and be like, new music. Because
It's
people,
smart.
because
It's a
people
smart move.
actually wanted, because people actually wanted to talk about you last month.
It's a
We'll
smart
forget
move.
about you by June.
It's a smart move.
It is. It is. But still,
I need to start some
niggas.
controversy myself. Anyway, let's move on. Speaking of
You gotta put
controversy,
a scandal out there for you.
yeah, I'm
You know.
saying I got to go create a scandal somewhere. Anyway, speaking of scandalous updates, the internet is very excited because a new advertisement for the Super Bowl
Yeah.
shows SZA drenching Kendrick Lamar in Gatorade
In Gatorade. Yeah.
and telling us that SZA will be performing at the Super Bowl with Kendrick. And people are very excited. And I feel like people are very stupid because didn't we notice? Like, wasn't this obvious?
I don't think people are stupid. I don't think that.
Did we think honestly that SZA was not coming out at all during the Super Bowl?
Not initially. No. Not
Why?
initially.
Like,
Maybe in the last few months. Maybe since GNX came out, but not initially. We found out about the Super Bowl in what, August,
I think it was September, but yeah,
September. I always say August. You always say September. You're right. I'm wrong. The I just don't know why I always go back to August, but I think because it was like Labor Day weekend or something like that, so it felt very much like August. but
yes.
but no, in September I wasn't thinking about SZA at the Super Bowl. I gotta be honest. I'm not saying today it was a surprise. I'm just saying before his album came out, wasn't really on my radar that SZA was gonna be the one to come out with him
Okay.
or one of the people coming out with him. No. I think since GNX came out, yeah. GNX came out, Lana came out, they're going on tour together. Now it's obvious.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I guess my point is initially it wasn't obvious.
But I'm
So,
saying today, it was
you know,
announced. Today, it's like, oh my
right.
God, it's crazy. What a surprise.
It's
I
also
can't
SZA.
believe it. SZA, oh God. Yeah, I
Could it
didn't,
be also
yeah, I
because
didn't, yeah, I didn't
SZA's
think.
not, could it be that just because the way people's minds work, like SZA on her own wouldn't be going to the Super Bowl, right? So maybe people didn't even, I don't know.
I feel like GNX, they're on tour. The Harper Bazaar interview, Lana.
Yeah.
What more did we need? Like, did we need another piece of evidence Why are people shocked by this today? Now, if in
That's
September,
something to get excited about.
they said, "Oh yeah, SZA will be coming out," I'd have been a little shocked. Like, "Oh,
I would have
okay,
been surprised,
all
yeah. And
right,
that
I can
again,
see
I wasn't
that.
surprised
Okay,
today.
that's interesting." But today,
Can
why are we shocked today?
I say something no one wants to hear? I don't care to see this at the Super Bowl.
Shit just got real.
That's not what I'm there for.
Shit just got real.
I'm just being honest. Even with the song that they like, the latest song that they have together, I
You
don't
don't
care
want
to
to
see
see
that.
Luther at the Super Bowl?
If it was up to me, it's a cute song, but not really.
You don't want to see Luther at the Super Bowl?
Luther at the Super Bowl. We didn't want to see what song did Alicia Keys do last year that we were like, no one. No, what song did she do? Was
My
it No
boo.
One? My Boo.
I don't even remember.
It was My Boo. It wasn't. Yeah, because she was with Usher. Didn't need it. Didn't need it for the show to be good.
I think it's a smart move.
No. Oh, hold on. It's smart. Don't get me
But
wrong.
you just don't want to see it.
I just don't care to see it.
You's a hating ass hater. You a SZA hater.
I knew I was gonna get backlash. I just knew I was gonna get backlash. I tried to come here and be honest. Tried to be, transparent with our audience.
They gonna kill you in the comments.
They are going to roast me.
You're over.
Clip
The
this up. The
next
internet
week's
will hate
episode,
me.
I may have to do next week all by myself. Every day next week, I might just be me by myself. They might ban you from
The internet
Weeknights.
is gonna hate me now. Now, would I love to see SZA and Kendrick on tour? Absolutely.
All right, so help me out. Why you want to see the tour but not the Super Bowl?
Because that's not what I'm going to the Super Bowl for. So here we going to the Super Bowl. That's for me. That's
I'm
not
about to
what
say
the
you got
Super.
tickets and didn't tell a nigga. Hold on.
I wish.
I thought I was the one with the New Orleans connect. How you got tickets? What's going on?
Listen, I'm trying to connect with your connect. I would like to go. Anyway, hey, you know who you are.
I mean, you can say it. It ain't a secret. Niggas know.
I mean, but it's not my connect. I can't be putting somebody.
It's your homie too.
That is my homie. But I mean, I was trying to. The moment we found out that Kendrick was going to be at the Super Bowl, I was trying to get in there. I was like, "What?"
Right.
I will sleep on the floor.
There's floor space available, I'm told.
Do I need to bring my own blanket? Because I will.
Yep. Feel free.
Okay.
I heard the couch is available, but the spare room is not.
That is fine. I will take the couch. Okay, because I have a bad back, and honestly, sometimes the couch is easier on my back.
So, all right, back to the question. Why don't you want to see SZA at the Super Bowl? Help us out here.
It's just I don't go to the Super Bowl for my SZA vibes. That's not.
But you were cool with Rihanna, so help me out. What's the Give me more.
You think SZA and Rihanna are the same?
I'm saying that you said you were cool. That Rihanna performance was terrible. I'm on record saying it.
Oh my
and
gosh.
so my
Here we go. I don't want to go back down that path.
It was abysmal, and y'all let that baby bump be the excuse of why, and that's fine. But we all saw it, and it was bad. Yeah, spill the water. That's right. Spill it. Pour it up. Watch it all fall out. Yeah. Y'all let that baby bump be the excuse, and that's fine.
How we ball out.
That's how we ball out, right? Exactly. So my question is, if you
go ahead and clean up my mother's table.
Yeah, you better clean it up. She could be like, "What the fuck?" That's what happens when you podcast in my space. You can never podcast here again, and that's fine because after today, you might not ever be able to podcast again anyway.
All right, they're gonna run me out of town.
Between the politics and the SZA, you might be over for you, but I'm trying to help you out here. Why don't you want SZA at the Super Bowl? What's like
I
if
did
you
not
cool with
say it.
Rihanna being
Okay,
there?
see, this is the thing that you do because I never said I don't want SZA at the Super
Say you
Bowl.
don't want to see it,
I said I don't care to see that at the
right? But
Super
that's what I'm trying to
Bowl.
find out. I'm trying to ask why.
There's a lot of artists I don't care to see at the Super Bowl specifically because I just
Okay,
don't
so
feel like that's the energy that they bring.
you think Lana? You think SZA? I mean, she is Lana, but you think SZA doesn't have high energy music? Is that what you're saying? I'm trying to just understand why and help you in the audience a little bit here.
SZA is a SZA is a vibey R&B singer. Like I don't care. I don't want to see that at the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is a high intensity, a very charged event.
But you don't
It's
think?
very high energy. I don't
I
want
agree
to
with
see
that.
them do a ballad. I don't want to see ballads at the Super
Well,
Bowl.
we don't know what they're gonna do, and that's what I'm saying. Like they could do all the, or is it all the stars? Is that the one?
Oh, okay, sure, yes. They could do. I like that song. Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe
So right, my whistle will probably be
the
edited out.
next time
Right. See, that could work. They have songs that could work there.
Listen, kill me in the comments if you want.
Oh,
I
they're going
don't
to. They
I
are.
want to
In fact, I'm gonna
like.
go in the comments and
So you want to see like you want to see SZA's aren't get in her R&B bag at the Super Bowl. I just don't. It just doesn't
I
match
don't
to
think you're
me. Like
giving.
that's
I don't think
not.
you're giving Kendrick enough credit. I think
It's
that
not about.
Kendrick,
All
but
right.
it's his 12 minutes. And so I'm the reason I say that is because he has chosen to incorporate SZA. And so that means he is at the helm of this. He's the leader of this situation. So whatever he allows SZA to do is him allowing her to get a piece of his 12 minutes. I don't think he's going to come out and have her just bore everybody to death for 3 minutes. I don't think SZA's boring, but
I didn't say that SZA was boring either. I am
no,
not.
you're asking about the R&B stuff. And so I'm saying I don't think he's going to let her come out and do a ballad. And if he does, it probably would be a transition to get him from point A to point B.
Which is fine. But all I'm saying is that is not the type of music that I want to hear at the Super Bowl halftime show. I like it when there's higher energy artists. I like it when there are um I like the exciting, I like the dancing, I like all of that. I think that's what makes the Super Bowl halftime show. I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't have said anything because this is no one's ever gonna understand because everybody's gonna think that I hate SZA and I don't want SZA to shine and and don't believe in Kendrick and his abilities and it's nothing like that. It's just when I think about a Super Bowl halftime performance, I don't think about an artist like SZA. I just don't.
I
That's
understand.
just that's it. It's not a knock to her. I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards her. I like SZA very much. I come on here and I talk about SZA all the time. I don't have a problem with her, and I would love to see her perform live. I just when my mind thinks about the Super Bowl, she's not one of the artists that I would put there. And I don't
Yeah,
think it's a fair comparison to compare her and Rihanna. You may not have liked Rihanna's um you may not have liked Rihanna's Super Bowl performance, but going into the Super Bowl when Rihanna was going to perform,
oh, we
I
were
knew
all
that
very excited. We thought she was going to kill it.
I knew that there were songs that to me made sense for the Super Bowl. That is my
Yes, I agree
point.
with that.
I just, and it's fine. Y'all want to come in the dancery with your hateration? It's fine.
So we definitely are. I'm gonna switch to my other YouTube account and come hate on you. You
It's
know what I'm
fine
saying?
because I just feel like people interpret things so differently than the way they're intended. And I don't mean any disrespect or anything like that. It's just it's like it's a sporting event. it's always high energy. It's usually a lot of dancing and pyrotechnics and all kinds of stuff like that. And forgive me, I've never seen a SZA show live, so
Maybe
maybe I've missed something along the way. But
maybe she'll just show up as the naked alien.
even that would be weird at the Super Bowl.
I
Like
know,
that
I'm
just
making jokes. No, I do. Okay, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like Kendrick is going to make sure that this is a fly show. Um, and I also don't think she's the only person he's going to bring out.
Oh, I agree. I don't think she's the only one, but and
I
even
think he
even
knows he has 12 minutes to put on a phenomenal show, especially because of all the Drake stuff that has been going on with him and behind the scenes in an attempt to stop this show from happening. I think that he knows he got to put on a phenomenal show, and I trust Kendrick to do so. And so if SZA is a main component of that, then I'm curious to see how he's going to weave her in to being a main component of that 12-minute show.
okay.
Yeah. And Kendrick, we trust.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Weeknights. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Bye.